Okay, so it's August 4th, Sunday. I'm gonna have to do two parts again because whenever I try to pause it, I hit the wrong button or something and it stops it and saves it and doesn't continue recording. So it's, yeah, 0.5 cc. Just changing the uptake syringe to the injection syringe. If I can find one here. I should have pulled it out first. Okay. The injection syringe is a 22 gauge and the uptake syringe is a 18 gauge, which is thicker because it's harder to get the oil. It's diluted in oil into the syringe part. With the skinnier gauge, it causes air bubbles to go into it. So, yeah, I was hoping not to do this in two parts again, but, and I don't want to mess with importing it and editing, and I'll get absorbed into editing, and then I won't upload it till tomorrow if I do that, so, yeah, or maybe I'll just, do this part, I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to say something positive. I'm just going to warm up the oil before injection. But yeah, I guess a positive thought would be, like even though I'm pretty socially isolated, like I have no family left, I have no close friends, I try to have a conversation with a couple of people I went to an outing, an adventure thing to the island yesterday, and yeah, it seemed like people didn't want to talk. Like, I tried to talk to one person and they were just like on their phone glued, like I couldn't even asking if I had the correct name for them because I hadn't talked to them in, I don't know, 8 years or something. Like, I had to ask 3 times, and then they finally said, yeah, I still go by that name. It's just like, okay, well, like, what's the problem talking, But anyway, so a positive thought would be, like, even though I don't have anybody, it frees me up to, like, do whatever I want, kind of within limits, I guess, so, like, I can go, like, being disabled and no obligations, I can go hiking for a few weeks, like, so that's a good thing of having the life I have, and yeah, I can do the things that make me happy without any, like, needing to ask anybody else or needing to take time off work or, like, those kinds of things. I do have very limited income, because I'm disabled, so, and another positive is, like, I got reinstated into my job that I was doing before. So I'm gonna have a little bit of spending money that I can spend on my medication, which I haven't been able to take for about 3 weeks now. So I've been in a lot of pain, and now I have medication. So yeah, and I also got like approved for a credit card. So my previous one, I had an issue with it, so I called in for customer service, and they were extremely rude to me, and they wouldn't transfer me to a manager or customer retentions or anything, so I just decided to cancel that card, and now with my newer bank, they've been pretty positive in supporting me and what I'm doing, and they issued a new credit card for me, so that I've been without a credit card since March, so now that allows me to, do things like order Netflix again, you know, and not be so bored watching YouTube. Kind of like YouTube has a certain style of videos. They tend to be like around 10 minutes, and they tend to be vlogs and kind of personal things. Shush, babe. So yeah, that's a positive, and I'm gonna go hiking. I might even have a ride because it's pretty far north. It's about 6 hours. So Ontario is quite large. So driving for 6 hours north only takes you like 1/4 of the way up the entire, like, say this is Ontario, you get to like here, like 1/4 of the way north. Canada is quite large, so yeah, you could drive for like to visit my brother would be like 6 or 8 hours of driving or something, and you're still in the same province, it's like a province, like a state, you know, you're still in the same place. Or like in Europe, it would be like going from freaking Slovenia to Spain or something, you know, like it's distance is very far apart. So the hike I'm doing is over 800 kilometers, so I'm in the last, I have 82 kilometers left to complete it, so I'm gonna do that starting this weekend. So I've been really kind of sidetracked on preparing for that and dehydrating food, and re-sewing my pack with taking out the zippers that are extra that I don't need and stuff. So I'm gonna make a video about that and what I've done to lighten the weight load of my gear, because my disability is such that my spine, when my spine compresses, well, it's always compressed in a certain spot, but the more time I put on compressing those discs together, and like the disc between the bones, they start crushing, and there's like nerve endings that stick at the bone. It puts pressure on those nerve endings sticking out, and that causes sciatica, which is a pain of the nerve down the leg, down the side of the leg. So I go ultralight, and I take breaks as often as I want. And so like one of the last kind of sports I can do that I can still do, you know, like that, and like cycling, and I can, you know, skateboard for like half an hour to an hour a day. Yeah, so that's a positive, and I just want to like share that with you. And if anybody has questions about who I am or what I do or how to transition, or about hiking or biking, the sports I do, I can answer those, or yeah, stuff around that, let me know. Right, and please subscribe and hit the notifications. So we're going to do our T-shot, 0.5 cc dalatestrol, and it's an intramuscular injection. Just going to make sure all the air bubbles are out by pressing the syringe down. I don't want to do too much because it's the last of my testosterone that I need to refill it actually before I leave. So it's a good thing I didn't leave yesterday. Knew about this, because otherwise I'd be a week behind if I don't renew it this week. So I'm going to do that posterior injection. Try this side. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, my shoulder really hurts. Can't really see if the plunger had gone all the way down. Or not, so that's why I was kind of holding it there for a bit, because I can't really see. My eyes are getting worse, or the light, I know my lighting's really, it's actually pretty dim, so I can't really see it. Like, if it's brighter, I can see things better. But I've been having a hard time lately reading things, and like I was in a store today actually looking at Packers, which they have a lot of selection, but one of the prices, I was asking what the price was, and they were nice to help me, and I recommend going to Good for Her. It's on Harvard Street in Toronto. But I could have sworn it said 44. I thought they were 4s, but they're actually 6s. And I was about like this kind of distance away, and the text was about that big. I couldn't read it. Like, you sure it doesn't say 44? Yeah, but I'll see you next week. Bye. Or actually, it might be delayed a week. If I do hike for a full week, I'll be out hiking when I do my next tee shot. Alright, have a great week. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe.